Yeah, there was a time where I wanted to go home. In fact, when I went home last year in June for my father's funeral, and then when I came back, I came back. I tested positive for COVID.
Yes.
So I was in isolation for 5 weeks,
Yes.
and from then I wanted to go home. I was
Yes.
like, why am I still here? Because
Running off the rails. Running off the rails.
What's going on, guys? Wise Thuvan.
How's it, Tawanda? It's been
Good.
a long time. How are you keeping?
I'm good, man. I've been good.
So you
Welcome
were
to the
really-
podcast eventually, brother. Eventually, we were supposed to start this podcast together, me and you.
Yes.
But you have been stalling. I don't know whether you've been having stage fright or
I was
what.
having a little bit of stage fright. Yes, I've felt that. I saw that you were doing so well on it. I was like, hey, whoa, let me just take a step back.
Yeah.
Let me just go over my notes.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Just get mentally prepared for it. And I was looking for a good opportunity. And I see we have Wise today.
We've got Wise, man. We've
So I
got
said,
Wise.
this is no better opportunity than this. What do you think, Tawanda?
No, it is, but like I'm glad that eventually you came on because we were supposed to start this me and you together. It was supposed to be a Thuvan Tawanda type of thing.
Yes, it is.
So please promise me that from now on you're gonna be available in every episode.
You have my undivided, utmost attention to detail. I will be here. I was here early today.
Yeah, you were
Like
here.
15 minutes late, which is like early in my time. So.
Yeah, you were early, bro, and you guys have been having a great conversation.
Yes, yes.
With Wise before we even started the podcast.
Yeah,
you know.
just Wise and I just took off. We just started speaking about things, and I thought the camera, the lights, the camera, I thought we were rolling.
Yeah. Wise, what's happening, brother?
yeah, I'm good, and you?
I'm amazing, man. I'm amazing. So I see you've already met Thuvan, obviously.
Yeah. Wise was just telling me we were going over his first ride, and I think maybe we should start there because I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah. You're right. We are gonna get to that.
Okay.
And one thing I just want to start by saying is that Wiseman. Every time I interact with you, bruh, I get the sense of that you are very well spoken and you present yourself so well. We were actually, I remember I was just telling
You
you.
were telling me before that, and I was
You know-
really taken aback. Like I was expecting a well-spoken person, and
Yes.
now I realize I got a well-versed and spoken
Yes,
person. So
like
big ups.
you treat
thank you.
yourself with respect, and obviously you treat the game with respect, and you carry yourself like a gentleman.
Yeah. With that comes with with good people mentoring also. Like when you have some jockeys that you look up to and that they help you a lot, and they did things in their time when they were appies, and they will tell you this is not the right thing to do, and this is what you should do.
Who would you say is your best or perfect mentor that got you through that phase of your journey, this beginning phase where you need to find yourself, so to say?
I was lucky enough when I got to the academy. I worked. I was Luke Ferrari's kit boy.
Okay.
In my first year, I was doing his kit, and I was helping him out with his kit.
Yes.
And you pick a lot of things with those kind of people that have been around. The whole family has been around racing, and whenever I came to races, I used to do Lal's kit. While at the academy, I was doing Luke's kit, and you just pick up those things from the two. You mix them up, and my good friend, I have Donovan Dillon, who is more like also helping me out with my riding and all those stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Luke Ferraris, what did he teach you? We will actually speak with him on Thursday. We had him on
I
the
saw the
podcast.
podcast.
We had him on the
yes.
podcast, and by the way, for the people that are watching, we are at the Shorthead. We are at the Shorthead bar at Hollywood-based Greyville Racecourse. Just because I know people are watching and they're thinking, where is this place? It's a change of scenery from the last podcast we did.
Where was the last podcast, Tawanda?
We did it upstairs in the studio,
Oh, okay.
in the podcast studio upstairs. So yeah, we just decided to change it up.
It's been such a long time since I've been here, and this place still looks remarkably nice.
Yeah,
Like the
it-
whole vibe and the feel of it.
It is, but it's quiet. You know what I mean? It's sad that it's so quiet because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I mean. But
But I think with racing being open to the public and whatnot, soon you'll get the vibe back. And I think this place will definitely take off to the heights.
I think so. It's a beautiful place. It's like I said. It's just. I was thinking when I walked in here, I saw all the, because Steve. This was Steve's project, right?
Yeah.
He revamped this place, and then I walked in, and then I saw this beautiful place, and then I just got sad because it's empty.
Empty. It's not living up to that ethos that it's supposed to.
Yes, it has so much potential, but it's not living up to that potential.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think something has to be done. You know
Definitely. I think this is the first step, getting this place as well more recognized. Through, because for people, in order to understand and to appreciate a place, you need to find out about a place first, as opposed to word of mouth.
Yes.
So I think by people looking at this venue and seeing the seating arrangements, so many TVs, and it's in abundance. So I think it is the exposure, but it is what was needed.
Yeah. So, Brew, you from Joburg, right?
Not really.
You're not from Joburg?
Nah, I'm actually from outside Pietermaritzburg.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a place named Howick. It's
I know Howick.
Yeah, we all know Howick.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Howick.
I thought you were from actually Joburg. I don't know what gave me that idea.
The accent.
Not really. I'm not from that side.
Okay, so you grew up there.
I grew up actually in both places. I grew up in Pinetown and in Howick.
And in Howick.
Yeah.
Okay, which school did you go to in primary?
In primary, I went to I don't know, forgot this school now. It was my primary school. It was Motala Heights.
Motala Heights.
Yes.
Did you play sport there?
Yeah, I used to run.
You used to run?
Okay.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
Just run, no soccer, cricket.
I was never good in soccer.
In
you
soccer.
know, but I whenever the guys played, I was always there. But soccer was never my main thing.
And then where horse racing came into the picture, or when horse racing?
Actually, when I came out of high school, I went to, because my whole thing, I wanted to do sound engineering.
Okay. Do you
So-
like music?
Not in that field.
Yeah.
But
Production.
Not in the production field, but where you know, when people go to those stages, they do lighting and install sound whenever there's like performances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with that, and what happened was I applied in Gear House here in Pinetown. There's
I think I know that place.
Gear House Academy.
Yeah.
So I applied there, and what happened was I applied a little bit later.
Oh, yes.
So I couldn't get in because they already made their pick.
Yeah.
And
So
after
Gear House is a college for sound engineering.
sound engineering, installation, and lighting.
Okay. So
So-
you're gonna go and study that.
I was going to
Is this after
high school.
after how old are you, bro?
Actually, 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
No, 22
Yeah,
is
20 is a good age.
It's actually a
That's
good
a good
age.
age. I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like, oh, you're still young.
so
Because I
basi-
promise you, once you reach 25,
Whoa.
your back,
Everything gives up. Like, I can't be a jockey now with my back.
your back gives up, your knees start to
Yeah.
wobble, your joints, arthritis,
Your memory goes
your
to
memory goes too as well. Your
riding.
hair starts turning grey.
Too soon.
Well, I wanted to do that, sound engineering and lighting, and I applied a little bit later, so I couldn't make the pick, and then so I had to go and look for a job.
So
Oh shit.
so why did you choose sound engineering? Why did you?
I don't know. I actually loved it.
Yeah?
It's one of those things where you see something happening.
Do you like seeing people perform? Or
No, I
do you like
like-
it coming together? That's
I like the.
You just
I
like partying?
Not partying.
Let's just call a spade a spade.
I like the whole idea of like creating sound, making it like into where people are enjoying themselves while the things that are going, lights and all those kind of things.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, but I actually love that. I actually went to one of a friend of mine who's from Joburg, who studied this, and I went with him when he went to go and put these sounds, everything together,
Yeah.
and lighting, and I watched him, and I said like, bro, I want to do this, and he told me the route that he need to go. So and when I finished high school, I applied and wasn't lucky.
Yeah.
And then I went to look for a job, and I found a job in a place in Howick. It was it's one of the biggest companies in Howick. It's called Geovision, where they actually do installations of DSTVs, and they do TV repairs, they do TV sales, and they do, it's like they do sales and repairs
Yes.
of appliances and stuff. So I actually went there, I worked there, and when I was working in 2018, the late Mr. Everson Carlisle came into the shop,
Yes.
and he walked in. It was like a week ago. We were fixing a scale.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were playing with that scale. I weighed myself in the
Yeah.
scale, and then a week after, Mr. Carlisle comes in.
To the viewers and to myself, who is the late
Mr. Carlisle was actually the chairman, member of the board at the academy. He was a chairman
okay.
at the South African Jockey Academy, and he owned horses.
Okay.
He owned a lot of horses with Mr. Dixon, the trainer Mr. Dixon. His horses train there. They still do train there. Two of them still do train there, and he has like a farm in Howick called Kinmon Stud,
Yes.
where the
Okay.
whole family is involved in the farm, and the wife, Mrs. Carlisle, Mary Carlisle, and the whole family involved there.
Yeah.
So he came into the shop. He's looking for a battery for a watch. You know, those small, tiny
Yes.
batteries. He was looking for them, and I happened to help him.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation with him, and he asked me, what is your weight?
Yeah.
And a week before, I weighed myself, so I told him my weight, and he was like, serious? And
What
he
was
asked-
your weight?
Yeah.
He was 42.
42, eh? Yeah, perfect weight.
And then he asked me my age, and I told him my age then, and he asked me, do you want to be a jockey? And I was like, what is that? And he's like, okay. He said to me, look, I'm going for
So you didn't know what a jockey was?
No, I had no clue, no idea what it was.
You thought disc jockey.
Because you in
He's
that
a sound
space.
engineering. You know, you can maybe the opportunity is here. But I'm a better
to
one.
diss this person.
Like, this is my shot.
Yeah, so what happened, and he said to me, look, he's going on a holiday with his wife. He's going on a 2 weeks holiday with his wife. So he said, do your research, and he gave me his name. He wrote his name, and he wrote the academy, to search for the academy, and to search about his farm and search about the farm. So
Yeah, we are in a public space, guys. We have to just acknowledge that we are in a restaurant where people, walking up and down. You know, there's TVs here, so there is going to be a little
It's a
background
vibe.
noise. You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
vibe.
goodbye. So as I was saying,
yeah.
and then he went on a holiday. He gave me his farm name, the academy to search, and his name. So I went for the 2 weeks. I searched about him, and I searched about the academy, and I searched about his farm. So I was also intrigued about it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not? And I saw these little people when you when you see in the internet, you see short people, jockeys, and I was like,
You're like, I fit in perfectly.
I was like, yeah, this is my kind, you know.
These are my guys, yeah.
Like I found my pack, you know.
Yeah. Wolf pack.
So I was like, yeah, why not? And then, funny enough, he came back exactly after 2 weeks. He came back and he said, have you thought about my offer? I was like, yeah, I've thought about it. And he introduced himself to my manager, the guy that was managing me there at Geovision, Ricky Fatela. And they spoke, and he told him like he would like to give me this chance. And then the rest is history, man.
Nice,
And
man. That's
the whole family's supporting me at the academy until.
And what was your family's take on it now? You're telling them now from sound engineering would be the basis now. You
Yes.
probably get them inclination, and then boom, I
Yeah.
just want to be a jockey.
Yeah.
Well, my father actually he liked the idea. He was like, he grew up around horses, so but he never thought that I would love horses or anything like that.
Do you love horses?
I do. Once I got around them, as a person, you generally fall in love with horses. No matter who you are, you will fall in
So
love.
I want to just sort of take it a step back a bit. So he gives you the pamphlet, right, and the
Yes.
details of the academy,
Yeah.
and then you search for it, and when you find it, what was I going to ask you? Oh, so obviously now you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
right? You need to pay for school fees and
For
all of
school
that.
fees.
Because now when you tell your father, I'm sure there's that conversation that you have
Okay,
to
yeah.
have. I'm not saying that you can't afford it, but
Yeah.
then whatever it is,
At that
even
time,
if
who
you,
can?
even if you're buying underwear, you need,
me.
your father's going to ask you how much is it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So he asks you how much it was, and
You
then
buy some pretty expensive underwear. That's the one thing I'm not going to lie to you.
it's Calvin Klein. And what does he say now?
Lucky enough, Mr. Carlisle, I said to me, I don't have to worry about anything.
You don't have to worry about school fees.
Oh,
about
sure.
Did he sort you out? Did he give you a bursary scholarship?
He sorted me out with everything. He actually supported me with everything.
I guess that'll give you much more drive now as well to succeed. You know, you've got
Yes.
people backing you as opposed to you just doing it by yourself. And
Yeah.
did you feel that more as an inspiration and
Motivation as well.
Well, it made the job more easier, you know, just taking that journey, knowing that I don't have to worry about a lot, you know, in terms of financial stuff.
Yes.
You know, because whenever I needed anything, I used to call him, and he used to actually do extra.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yo,
He's from
just-
Escort, actually, right? Isn't he not from Escort?
But isn't Escort and Howick like 20
It's
minutes?
closer, but
It's like an hour, right?
Yeah, but he was in Lions River, Lidgerton.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard Lidgerton.
Lidgerton, yes, I know Lidgerton.
Yes, he's from around
more
that.
inside Idaho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
around
yeah.
those places.
That's
His
more-
farm
yeah.
is there. His farm is in closer to a place called Piggly Wiggly.
Because when
Double
I
farm.
was introduced to him, I was introduced to him by Andrew Harrison, and he said, "Hey, Tawanda, come and meet your homies because they're from your hometown."
Yeah,
You
Are
know?
you from Howick?
I'm from Escort.
Oh, you're
it's
from
actually
Escort?
closer.
Close to Escort.
Yeah, it's not far off, but you have to like travel like an hour.
I'm from
to-
Chatsworth.
Just in case anybody wants to know, yes, that's what he's saying. Where we all from?
Sorry for leaving you out. yeah, bro. And then how was it after that when you arrived, and then you had to start waking up early, and you had to start marking out the stables and shoveling, you know, poo
droppings,
and all, droppings and,
yeah.
and all of that stuff. How was that? How was that experience? I'm sure you were like, holy shucks, I'm gonna.
Shoveling out the poop. Yeah, that's.
So I'm sure you were like, bad word. I have to do this now, right?
It was much more easier because when we got there, not everyone knew how to ride.
Yes.
So we had, I have my mate Pillay Oli,
Yes.
who knew how to ride, and he's in Joburg.
Yeah.
So everyone was like new to it, new to the waking up early stuff. And
What time? Early is
we used to wake up at 4, and we had to be at stables at 4:30.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we wake up, make your coffee, make sure you're at stables at 4:30.
That's your first year.
In my first day, yes.
Yeah.
Were you ever late?
No, not really.
Oh,
I was
shit.
always on time.
I'd been late every day. That's why I'll never be a jockey.
We were excited. Yeah. In our first day when we got there, we woke up at 3:30.
Yeah, just pull up the mic a bit closer to you, Wise.
Okay. We woke up actually at 3:30.
Yeah.
In the first day that we were there, and everyone was super excited. And the guys that they were doing in second year, third and fourth, they were actually sleeping because they wake up a little bit later because the bus leaves like at 20 past
Of course, the
20
bus is
past
leaving at 20
4.
past 4.
to go to Ashburton.
Yeah.
So they were still sleeping at around 3:30. They wake up at 4s and make up whatever they need to do. So we were up earlier, and we woke everyone up with our noise. We were super excited to go to stables and stuff like that.
Did the big boys wake up and say, "Shut up, keep quiet, I'm trying to sleep here"?
No,
The
actually
older
they were
boys.
they were quiet, and then later on in the afternoon, and everyone was sitting down watching TV. We had a meeting.
Yeah.
We had a meeting and we spoke about it, like the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a peaceful? Was it a peaceful meeting?
It was half and half.
Is there any initiation or
Yes,
anything
yes.
I
for the
think,
newbies?
No, you can.
And-
You listen. You can talk about the initiation. It's not.
I think-
it's
I
not like
think-
you guys were doing drugs or anything.
No, I think
You know
in
what I mean?
every place that you
Brew,
go to.
can I tell you the initiation we had at my school, high school, when I got there? Brew, you were assigned a buddy, right? I went
Yeah.
to Escort High School, and you were assigned a buddy, and wearing blazers was compulsory.
Yes.
Every day, hot, cold, scorching hot, or blazing hot. That blazer had to be on. In town, wherever you are in the mall, as long as you're wearing school uniform, that blazer's on. So Anyway, you are assigned a buddy when you arrive in grade 8, and that buddy is obviously a matriculate, and that guy
Okay.
can do anything with you. He can send you to the tuck shop. You have to carry his bag. You can
Oh,
wear-
you like his boy.
Yes, he can even give you his blazer to wear, and he you know, when the teacher sees him not wearing a blazer and you wearing his blazer,
It's
that's
fine.
okay for him. You carry his bag. You're carrying your own bag.
Yeah.
If he's playing rugby,
How was your buddy? Was he
he lived
tired-
in my neighborhood, so I was okay.
And then when you were in matric, when did you get your buddy? Did you abuse him?
Nah, I left the school in like grade 10. That was crazy, bro. They'd draw a bicycle on the floor with chalk and say, ride this bicycle from here to there. And
Yeah,
if- and
actually, in my high school, it also happened in.
which high school did you go to?
I went to Howard Secondary.
Howick Secondary, yeah?
Yeah, you actually, I think in every high school you get that initiation.
No,
Right.
you know, in Chatsworth high schools we don't. There's
You
just
didn't.
there's prevalence of bullying. So if you fight the bullying and
Yeah.
then you're not one of the bullies,
Yeah.
you just become a bullier. Like I didn't want to become a bullier, you
Wow,
know what I
well,
mean? But I didn't want to be bullied at the same token. So
Wow.
hey, it's eat or be eaten.
Wow.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's,
Tawanda.
it's tough everywhere. And
tough,
it
dude.
happened in high school where a guy was giving like 10 cents. That guy gave him a whole list of things that he wanted in a 10 cents, and he told him he wants some change.
Yeah. I know that one.
Yeah, so basically the guy had to buy with his money.
His money,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you don't get, you don't go to the toilet and you get yourself some hiding.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. They used to
Yeah.
flush you as well. Take your head and put it in the toilet and flush you.
And flush it down.
You
yeah.
witnessed that.
I witnessed it, bro. Luckily, it never happened to me. So yeah, it was crazy. Even they draw like a face on a tree and say, "This is your girlfriend. Her name is Amanda. She's
You
very
have to
beautiful.
talk to them.
Talk to her.
Yeah, kiss them.
Give
and
her a
stuff.
kiss.
Yeah, it happens. It
Grab
happens.
her.
It happens.
Grouper and shit.
Yeah.
Draw-
I think it happens everywhere. I think. I don't.
Yeah,
They draw a line, like a meter line. They say, "Run from here to there. When you get there, you need to be sweating. Like if there's not a single drop of sweat, you're in trouble, my boy."
Shit. No, that's hey, in the Midlands it was hectic. I didn't realize. Yeah, the Midlands had it going on there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, how was it in the academy? The
Well,
initiation?
we did have like our buddies and stuff like that, and they did look after us.
Yeah.
And initiation happens.
Yeah, but what sort of initiation?
It's something called Tunnel of Love.
Tunnel of love.
Yeah, where
The guys
everyone-
open their legs,
their
and then
and
you
then
had to
have
crawl
walk
underneath. What did they
underneath.
hit you with? Hands or
No, this
boots?
the whip that we use in horses. They're actually not sore,
Yo, you have to say that now.
Yeah, the sticks are actually not sore. That's why they use on horses. They're not that painful. But
Yeah.
that whole thing to do with that,
Yeah.
I guess it's more or less painful at the end of the tunnel than the beginning. Because that's called a tunnel of love. You finally enjoy to love it.
Yo, bro.
yeah, and you have to fetch your laundry, make sure your body has coffee and stuff like that.
Coffee, you have to fetch his laundry.
Yeah, pack nicely and stuff like that. But it actually makes you look after your stuff, because he will shout at you if you're not looking after his stuff. And then you have to look after his stuff like you're looking after yours.
Yeah.
Some harsh form of discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah, just
Discipline
being.
goes a long way everywhere.
No, definitely
Yeah.
discipline, and the respect therein is it throughout this.
It's like this. The first year respects the second year respects the third year, and then the fifth year everyone respects the fifth year.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's that, even with the head boy in the SRC and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the riding masters obviously know that, because bullying is not just for beating the oaks up. There's like you said, discipline. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
discipline that gets instilled in you.
Yeah.
And they let it happen because they know it that makes the lighties,
Yes.
clean up,
Definitely.
make their bed in the morning.
Yes,
It makes
yes.
them,
100%.
know that you have to do the stuff.
Yeah,
It's
You
the
know
next
what I mean?
phase of their journey, as opposed to your mum doing everything for you. Yeah, you're out on your
Most
own.
definitely.
Yeah, you're going
Most
move
definitely.
your own 2 feet.
Yeah, and if a senior sees you at track, you're standing around not riding work, he has to shout at you. So it's those kind of things. Like the seniors, when they're at track, they look after
The lighties.
the little guys, the new guys, if you put it that way. Yeah.
So now, Brew, you were explaining that you got there, you're excited the first day. What happens after that? 3:30, 4 o'clock in the
We
morning.
go, we clean the stables, you clean your horse. Everyone is excited. You get your own horse there, so you have to look after that horse, make sure it's clean every day and all those kind of
Were
things.
you not scared?
I was, but they teach you not to be scared. You know, you they won't give you like a wild horse. They will give you like a nice quiet horse for your experience, and you always have like your buddy who is gonna teach you
Okay.
and help you throughout everything. So my buddy was Joshua Solomon's.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so he helped me out with all the things,
With most of the
with most of the things.
teaching you about
He-
the horses and all
most
of that.
definitely.
And then, because I know that I know there's a 50% dropout rate in the academy. Is that true? 50% of the guys don't make it until year 5 and graduate. They come in at year 1, get excited. By year 2, the guys are like, I'm
Like
tired of
they-
waking
they-
up early.
What are the factors? Yeah, like Tawanda is saying, what are the factors? Maybe waking up early. Is it? Do you already exams?
No. I went there. I was out of school.
Oh, you were out of high school.
I was out
so
of
you
high
just
school.
riding.
I was just more like into riding and stuff.
Yes.
I think it's more of like, you know, dealing with things that you have never dealt with before in your life. Going to work and coming back, have to go to school again. I think some people just can't deal with that kind of pressure.
And it's waking up early. It's especially the first years. You have to wake up early. Excuse me. You mark out the stables.
Yeah.
Um,
And you have to there, and then there's like a program. Then you have to go to the equalizer, and then they teach you how to ride.
Yeah.
Before getting into a horse,
Mhm.
you have to ride an equalizer first, and then after that, after riding an equalizer, and then you'll go to gym just to see the fitness and stuff.
Sorry about that. The TV just literally
Came on at the worst
Is that
possible
TV or is
moment.
that Warren?
It's Warren.
I think that's the
But
speakers.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
the
the
speakers,
speakers.
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that for the guys that are watching. We are obviously at the race course right now, and it's a
Yeah.
race day, right? But we are going to try and turn down the sound.
But I think the ones that's coming from the speakers.
Yeah,
So that's going to be the. Yeah.
but anyway,
So-
while he does that,
Yeah.
let's carry on.
Why? It's just a quick one now, right? So then after the academy, and when you qualify, then you become a work rider, or is that during whilst you're in the academy?
Well, you ride work and in the mornings, so the whole thing is like you wake up in the morning, you ride work, you get your rides, you ride your winners, and after your 60th winners, and after your 50th, and then you go outside of the academy and you be a professional jockey.
How do you approach trainers for rides, or
Well-
how does that work? Do you have to market yourself?
Yeah, on a Fridays, every Friday weights come out with the horses, so you know what horses is on the way to your phone. You ask for the ride, and then at 2:45, we go up to top stables, and then you go and ask the trainers if they haven't answered your phone. You go and ask them like, "Nah,
Okay.
please ride this horse," and then you go in the morning. On a Saturday morning, you go up again, you have your weights with you, and then you show the trainers like, "Sir, I see this horse is carrying this weight, and I'm claiming for my place ride this horse," and then that's how you get your chances.
So for the young jockeys that are up and coming now, your take should be persistence should be key
You
for them.
have to be, you have to be, you know. It's one of the things that are making that most jockeys.
Okay,
You
so I
have
guess
to-
Tawanda, you were right in a sense where you'd say being vocalistic about
Yeah.
you and your passion should be the driving force
Yes, some
in
people-
getting them.
Yeah, you get people that like actually like are extroverts. They actually talk. They
Yeah.
are able to talk,
Yeah.
and they are born with it. You just can't teach
like
those.
Gates.
Your gates.
Gates,
Yes,
yeah.
you have.
but he's become much more quiet now. He's grown up. He's matured, I guess. But I don't know him. The thing is, I don't know him as personally as you would.
Nah, he's actually a cool guy.
Yeah.
No, I knew Jason Gates on the tap phone claiming 4 kilos, horse riding second on the track, cost and distance. Shitting, man, for the boys.
Yeah, you see, it's those, you know, you get your people that actually like extroverts, and you get people that are kind of shy.
Yeah.
That's why you get your riding masters and the people that will help you out, and they actually ask for you for the rides,
Okay.
because they know in every institution people know who's who and what they do and what they're capable of. I think that's one of the things. So the riding masters know is like his ability is this. He can talk. He's not a big talker, so they will try and help that guy.
Okay, motivate for him because they know his skill.
His skill, yeah. Yes.
Just pull the mic a little closer to you, Wise, because there's a lot of noise in the background.
Okay.
So now I want to find out from you that how was the first year for you? Did you find it difficult? Was it easy? Was it something?
It was
that
fun.
you
It was actually fun because I developed a bond with Pillay and he's a guy. He's from Eastern Cape.
Yes.
And
so he's closer.
He's closer, yes.
But he used to ride.
He
ponies.
used to ride in bush racing.
Yes.
Before coming in.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he used to ride in bush racing, and when I got there, it was like we clicked.
Yeah.
So it was actually more fun because he was teaching me, and I was closer to Luke Ferraris with those stuff. So he was also teaching me, and to find out that Luke was a left hand and I'm also a left-handed, and he was teaching me.
Does that affect your riding if you're left-handed?
Not really. You have to learn to use your right. If you're right-handed, the academy will teach you. If you are a left-handed person, they teach you to use your stick on your right a lot.
Oh,
Because
So
the
that-
horse is lagging now. You'll have to change
Yeah,
the.
you have to change your stick.
Because
So
I don't know how to use my left hand as much as I know how to use my right hand.
Definitely. No,
Yeah.
same boat.
Because
yeah.
I don't know how I would hit a horse with
yeah.
my left hand.
So
you know?
I
yeah.
feel bad. I don't even know how to hit the horse with my right hand.
So it's one of those things. You get taught those kind of things where they teach you if you are left hand, use your stick more on your right so you can get comfortable. If you're right hand, use it more on your left. You get comfortable with that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I also used to enjoy, when I'm watching a horse, when watching the race live,
Yeah.
I like watching the jockey. They twist the whip
Yeah,
in
yeah.
their hand
To change it.
Yeah. Do you do that as well? Or does all jockeys do that? Or
I think most of everyone does it.
Okay.
So everyone like to flex with that. Like, I can do that."
that. No, because
But
it's such a flex. Watching that race and you see your horse coming down the outside, and all of a sudden
No, but I'm not big on that because I get like scared if I can drop my stick. and
Okay.
stuff.
Have you ever been practicing and you've
I
dropped?
do practice. We have like to practice on the equalizer, so that's why when we go to academy, you get your when in the afternoons we have like time where we in the equalizer. That's when you practice. That's when we do our race reviews and we fix our mistakes.
Okay,
Yes.
tops, man. Before we were talking, before the podcast started, you were telling me about your first winner.
Yes.
And you're right, and you were telling me it was with MJ Odendal. You went and
Odendal,
approached
yes.
him, and then you can.
Yes. He was actually helping me out and mentoring me, and he still does. I still go to him and ride his work now and again, because as an app you have to ride for everyone.
Okay.
So you don't have to exclude any trainer and stuff. So, but we try to ride for the guys that actually give us more rides.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, and he actually helped me with my riding. And my first winner, it was Quickstar. It's back in March.
Okay, Quickstar. Yeah, I know this horse. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That was my first.
Was it in the betting?
I'm not sure.
Oh, so the horses that you ride, you don't check if they're in the betting.
You check. You do study your form and
Okay.
stuff like that.
See who's your competitors.
Yeah. You do it like a day before you study your form. You know where you're drawn. You know what horses are your danger.
Did you give Quickstar a chance?
I did. He was carrying like 49.
For minus your 4 kilo claim.
Yeah, he
40,
was
horse carrying
was
like
carrying.
nothing on his back.
Originally, he was 53.
Oh, then with
And
you
then
he
with
carried. With the
he
claim he
was,
carried 49.
49, and then
Start to finish.
start to
type it.
finish.
Oh,
yes.
good.
Yeah,
good.
he led from the start to finish.
And then how was the feeling?
Was that the first winner?
Yeah,
it
we
was
were just
my
speaking about the
winner.
first winner and
Yeah,
MJ
it was
giving him
exciting. I was like always looking for the winner, and I was always like getting places, not getting to that number one spot.
Yeah.
So when it finally happened, it was like magical.
No.
It was like more of a dream.
Was Mr. Carlisle there?
No, that it happened this
After.
year. Yeah, Mr. Kala passed away last year.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
So he never got to see that. Even with my dad, also never got to see that.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
One of the questions that we ask all our guests on the show is, what is
But
your...
you haven't been on the show. But carry on.
I'm starting it, you know what I mean?
You're starting to sound more like Warren.
Because I can hear him. That's right. Wait, what are your dreams and aspirations, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My whole dream is like I wanted to be like the strongest lightweight. That's what we always talk about at the academy, like the strongest lightweight. When like I can ride the smallest weight,
Yeah.
and be the strongest out of.
Okay.
Being known that if he rides 52.
It's a shoe-in, man. Why is he riding the horse?
Yeah, it's more like that. That's what I'd love.
What year are you in now?
I'm in my third year.
Third year.
Yes,
And you're claiming 4.
I'm still claiming for.
You need 25, and then 25 wins, and then you drop your claim.
You need 20 wins.
Okay.
And then you lose your claim to 2.5, and then you'd need your 40 wins to lose a claim to lose that 2.5 to
1.5.
1.5, and then 60. It's like more.
I'm a punter wise, you see, so it's all really good information to me
I
this
can
year.
check. I check.
It's statistics. Yeah.
I check. So
I'm still fascinated about the academy. I know I'm going back a few chapters, but because now you just spoke about your win at the academy. Your first year was a breeze, right?
Yes,
Now
yes.
last year was your second year,
yes.
and then how was that? Have you ever thought of quitting? Has it ever became hard for you where you like, you know what, this is not for me? Because the academy is like the army. These guys are waking up early.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
serious, right? Am I not?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like
you're
the
right.
army. These guys are waking up at 3 o'clock and marking out stables and doing work and doing gym and going to eat. Some are riding work and then going back to school and then coming back and sleeping and then waking up and doing other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
And and if you're not gonna work hard, then you got Mr. Roebuck and the seniors, telling you what to do that, do this. There's pressure.
Yeah.
It's hard work. And
Yeah.
if you're weak, mentally, physically, emotionally, you're not gonna. Because I heard that some guys cry.
Yeah.
Some guys cry in the second week, right? Like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
Yeah.
So I want to find out from you, in terms of that regard, what have you ever felt like I want to quit? I can't do this anymore.
It was like too overwhelming or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a time where I wanted to go home. In fact, when I went home last year in June for my father's funeral, and then when I came back, I tested positive for COVID.
Yes.
So I was in isolation for 5 weeks,
Yes.
and from then I wanted to go home. I was
Yes.
like, why am I still here? Because we went back to do the test, and the tests were coming positive, and then until later on we learned that it's more like false with the thing when the jockey Bernard Fade also tested positive,
Yes.
and he went on again to test, and it was a false positive.
Yes.
So when I also went to test again, it was also like a false positive.
So what was the false positive? The first test or the second test?
The second test.
The
yeah.
second test.
So
okay.
it's like I was negative from the first time.
From the first time,
Yeah.
right?
So and then I had to deal with that, and then coming out I wasn't getting rides and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and
And you were not training during.
Yeah, I
isolation.
was missing out a lot with everything.
So this was this year.
No, that was last year.
And then you felt like, so what he's saying too is that he obviously he lost his father, and then was COVID that hit him, and
Sure.
then he ended up, he was in isolation for 5 weeks, but then he got a false positive, so he wasn't positive in the first place, right?
Oh, damn,
Imagine
man.
that
That is overwhelming
bombshell,
as well.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And then he wasn't training, and then by the end of it you were thinking, why am I even doing
And I
this?
was like, why am I here? I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Did you pick up weight where you needed to meet a weight criteria? Or were you
No,
still
it
like-
was I'm naturally light,
Okay.
so I don't have to stress about weight. Like.
Mm.
Okay.
So then what did you do?
Yeah, I went on. You see a psychiatrist and people that will deal with your mental and stuff like that. She helped me out a lot, to get through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the academy.
Yes, we get that at the academy.
Sure.
And do you feel that's needed as well?
Yeah,
Just for the-
it's needed, I think, for everyone. But as a person, there is like sometimes in life where you go through like a rough patch,
Yeah.
and you will need, because what happens is like I will never, like, you will never as a person go and talk to your friend, because you think
Yes.
your friend is going to think, he's weak,
He's
very-
weak, yeah.
he's
It's a
that,
judgment factor.
yeah.
Yes.
So, and look, I can't go and talk to my mom,
Yes.
like mom is gonna be like, you're
She's gonna be
whining.
worried. Yeah.
Yeah, you like, you can't worry your mom, so
100%.
you have to, like, you get those things that you have to talk to a person that it's outside of the
Yes.
thing that you're doing.
100%. And I feel that
for
you're
more
going
understanding
going out of your comfort zone and
Yeah.
speaking to someone that
to
can
someone. People always say they rather talk to someone that they don't know than a person that they know.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, the person that you know is gonna go around and make fun of you with the
Yes.
same thing that's
Yes.
affecting you.
You know,
Exactly,
Tawanda,
bro,
that's
you're
so
right.
true as well, even with life. And because
Yeah.
even probably you and I as well have the same category where if there's something that's bothering us or affecting us, we rather not speak to someone that we know about it.
Yes.
Because even though we know that person is not going to judge us,
Yeah.
we're still worried about that false sense of judgment that
yes,
might bring.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it is very, very, very. It's, I don't want to say scary, but you just need to be cautious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who you tell? You can't just
yeah.
tell anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
With,
problems, you know what I mean?
with your
Because people will
company and
judge
stuff.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
A lot of people
and
will
people
judge
use it against you, especially if you're up and coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, when one day you're laughing and then maybe he does something stupid and be like, hey, why are you doing this? Like, you don't have to say that because you did this and
Yeah.
that and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those kind of things, that's why it's much more always easier to talk to someone that you hardly know than a person that
Yes.
you see every day.
I never ever place such a big emphasis on the mental game that the horse racing strain can bring. But it's good speaking to you, Wise, because now I finally can understand that as well, that it's a lot to do with your mind as well and getting it at the right place and then focus there
Yeah,
where
it's-
you would need to.
Not getting right, not getting winners, actually it does affect you. You ask yourself in the morning, like, why am I going to work?
Why am I going to work? Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? Because you ride the work. It's not like you're not riding. The trainers will put you on a horse, but when it's time to ask for the ride, and then the owners, everything comes parts. Like, no, this guy rode this horse last time. He would like to ride it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's,
Yeah. But if I ask you honestly, Wise, because I had a conversation with you once,
yes,
and I like you a lot. I think you're a very smart boy, young man. I'm not your uncle.
You know his buddy.
we used to be calling boys. Everyone at the jockey room calling each other boys.
Yeah.
No, but
So
he
it's-
chats with as well, to just to let you
Is
know,
it-
like how you say bro,
Yeah,
be like,
it's
oh
like
boy.
boy,
Yeah.
yeah.
So even in racing, like
Yeah.
whenever I speak with Tristan and Sean Vio, like, how's it, boy? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Yeah,
okay, yo,
it's-
it's boys
Yeah,
everywhere.
even see the older
Boys,
trainers.
yeah.
You see the older trainers calling each other boy.
Okay.
Like how he's calling him boy.
Sometimes we take it to the next level in chats where we say boy. You don't.
Nah, that's too much.
you don't, yeah, that's just
Nah, we are just like boot or boy.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like,
a
Yeah, that's-
massacant? No, none of that.
I'm not very good at Afrikaans.
Neither am I. How's your mount for today? Do you fancy it? Any chances?
Yeah, I think I do have chance today.
And you looked at the whole card. There's nothing that you see a horse to
Well, I'm
beat or-
carrying a lightweight also in that race. We
and
might
it
have
got
a
some
chance.
form with it.
Yeah, it got good form on the cross. So and today it's cross. So
And do you prefer poly or do you prefer the grass track as a?
I'm not that expert at the moment to say like I love the poly, I love this.
Okay. Whatever you take,
But
you'll take
if
it,
I
yeah.
get a ride,
Yeah.
a poly or grass, I'll take it.
Okay.
So
Do
it
you,
doesn't really matter.
as a jockey now, do you find yourself as being classed as a certain type of rider? Like, are you like a defensive rider or an
Like
aggressive
a
rider?
soft rider
Or
and
a
stuff like
yeah.
yeah. I think like I'm more of like a soft rider. I use like a lot of backhand more than the full hand on a horse.
Okay.
So yeah.
And do you prefer from coming from off the pace, or is it maybe that
as long as the horses win, it doesn't matter where it comes from. We just need those winners.
Do the trainers give you all the advice before the race of how
Yeah,
you should ride
you
the
get
horse?
your instructions and stuff like
Okay.
that. You have to follow those instructions. And if you can't follow those instructions, and you have to come up with a plan B. That's why you get like the trainers like I like this person to ride my horse because I wanted him to ride it this way. It didn't, and he came out with a certain plan and it worked. So it's those kind of
But
things.
is it also vice versa in a sense where a trainer, if you just say, hey, maybe I should take this horse to the front as
Yeah.
opposed to keeping it in hand?
Yeah, you have to come to a trainer and like, sir, this is what I want to do with this horse, and then see what he says.
Okay.
And then if he says no, let's do it this way. And sometimes you have to do it in a trainer's way so that if it doesn't work out, he doesn't come and say you.
Yeah, you're the one at fault.
you,
And I guess
so-
you'd have to appease him because he's the one that's going to be giving you the
Yeah,
opportunity for rides and
yeah,
stuff like
and
that.
also it goes a long way too, because if a trainer gives you like certain instructions and another trainer comes to him and he asks him about you, he's like, how's that guy? I'm like, no, he follows instruction, he does
Yes.
this, he does this, and then it helps you also as a person with rides.
So it
and
is like a win-win or a lose-lose situation.
it's a win-lose situation.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Yes.
Brew, I just want to go back to what I was asking you. You know, I had a conversation with you the other day, and we spoke about, because I really think you have so much potential, and that you could be riding so much better. You know what I mean, or getting
Yes.
more opportunities. So I want to ask you really honestly, why do you think it is that maybe you're not getting the winners? You know what I mean, or because you get a lot of rides, right?
Yeah, it's matter of getting a horse. If you have a horse underneath you get a winner.
Yeah.
It's that's the thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you reckon that maybe the horses that you're getting are not as good as
I wouldn't put it that way. I appreciate the chances that I've got,
No, you.
but you
100%.
as a person, you would also want that piece of pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, bro. Like,
Yeah.
listen. It's not. It's not that every horse is the same. You see what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
So some horses are good, some horses are bad. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying? So some jockeys get good horses to ride
Some
on.
horses-
Some horses get
Yeah.
not so good horses. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so don't make it seem as if now you're making some other people feel bad.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I just wanted to find that out from you, like in a really honest way, because I won't lie to you. I see my own performance as well in my
Yes.
business and in my in my videos and in the work that I do. I know when I'm not when I'm not sort of performing at my
That optimum
at
level.
my optimum level. Like right now, I feel like I'm not performing at my optimum level. I know what I can be doing and what I'm capable of, and even my mindset at the moment, it's not where I want it to be, because it all starts in your mind.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm in a bit of a negative mind frame. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I come into the office and I want to be more positive than negative.
Yes.
Instead of pointing out, because sometimes I find myself unnecessarily sort of shouting at my team.
Yeah.
Not shouting per se, but just telling them to do something this way.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there's something very basic, like why is there no lens cap on the lens?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's important stuff, but sometimes you don't have to always,
Yes,
you
yes.
know, be picking out small little things. Even though you get worried about it, it's okay.
No, but
Let
I
it-
feel,
let it
Tawanda,
slide.
that's like an added plus or a bonus or something that's positive in a sense. You have a negative mind frame because it's just trying to push yourself into a better version of yourself. Like I always, even though I try to be an optimist, I always look at the negativity first
Yeah.
so I can improve on that. So I think it's best that we don't ever look that we're performing in an optimum level.
Yeah.
So we're giving ourselves that room for growth in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think in my case, I'm going to be a bit selfish again and talk about myself. Like, so the whole mindset, the mind frame that I'm in right now, when I work my best, I'm in a positive mind frame. I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm motivating the team. I'm just, I'm looking at everything from positive perspective. And I'm optimistic about everything, and then that positive energy makes me happy. It releases serotonin in my brain, which trickles down to my body and everything, and then I get excited about what I do.
Yeah.
And then even the way I dress starts to change. Do you know what I mean? I dress much better, and then I feel much better. When I'm not in a good mood, even the way I dress changes.
Yes.
Everything. I don't
Your
even-
demeanor, the
my
tone.
demeanor, the tone. I get lazy. I'm like, I don't want to go and see Thuvan today. I know I owe him a proposal, or I owe him photos, and I'm gonna do it. I get like that. Anyway, so all of that stuff affects my performance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then when I'm in a positive mindset, I do good, and then I start thinking about ideas and positive things. So I know when I'm not performing well, and I can pinpoint certain things to my, to my performance. Sometimes it's because I want to hang out with my friends too much and go jolling and doing all of that stuff.
Do you feel that resonates with you? Like when you get up in the morning?
So the reason why I'm saying is that don't you think you can maybe pinpoint it to something that maybe that's what affects your performance? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think maybe it there's something that you can pinpoint? You know what I mean?
I'd
Because
go
you know
more.
yourself more than anyone.
Yeah, I'd go with more of experience. The every ride that you get, you're experiencing something.
Yes.
And if you do something in a race and you as a person, you want to go and fix it, but takes like 2-3 meetings for you to get another ride, you automatically forget about that mistake that you did, and you do it again. So you can't actually fix what you did. Yeah, so it's more like that. And with the confidence, it also like get your confidence down. You're not getting rides, someone else is getting the ride, but you're riding for the same person. And as a person, that also gets to you, and you feel like
but you know what I think? I think like because like everybody knows that you've got so much potential. I just think that like I said, remember negative mindset and positive mindset. That mindset of saying, writing for the same train about why am I not getting the right, that puts you in a negative mindset.
Exactly.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you realize that and see that and recognize that, that negative mindset
It's resonating in your
is
riding.
resonating, and it's manifesting in your riding, in your career of not getting opportunities. So if you change that switch and change the thinking to
More positive mindset.
more positive, you got the ride. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna work harder and I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Thuvan.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
I think you see what happens was like everyone wakes up in the morning. For us, we wake up every morning. Everyone wants to get their name out there.
Yeah.
It's like you don't wake up in the morning and be like, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
You wake up to go ride the work, and for you to you're riding the work. You're expecting the ride.
Yeah.
And then when you phone or you ask for the ride, they tell you, no, I have to give this person a ride. I'm like, I'm also riding the work. No matter, like, sometimes no matter how much harder you try, you just need that one person that's just gonna see something in
potential.
you, and give you that opportunity in order for the other guys to give you. But you've been riding more work for this guy than this guy that's giving you a chance. And then when he gives you a chance, and then everyone else wants to give you a chance. So it's actually it's more like a mind game.
I just think what it's putting your mind in a positive frame and seeing, if work harder than other people if you have to. Do you know what I mean? Work harder than the next person. Spend more time in the gym than the other person.
Everyone
you know what I mean?
goes to the gym.
And I know, but
Like,
some
seriously,
people go more to the gym than others, and you see the results in their performance. Do you know what I mean? It's all about how badly you want it.
Yeah, consistency as well.
If you really want to be good at what you do, and I'm not saying that, whether it's cricket, singing, wearing ugly shirts.
I think the shirt. What do you think about the shirt, Wise? Be honest.
Ugly.
Okay. You do you.
We let you all decide in the comments.
You
But
do
you
you,
see
my
what I
guy.
mean?
Yeah, maybe you like that style.
Yeah, I do.
I won't put you down on that. That's
Thanks, thank you, Wise. Thank you, Wise. I'm looking at you, Tawanda. Just trying to drop my ego over here, my
Listen,
self-confidence.
guys, back to what I was saying, because I really think that this is a really interesting conversation that we're having here. You know, hard work beats talent any
day.
day. If you
Yeah.
work hard and put yourself in a mindset and so, you know, and say to yourself, he's not giving me rides, it's fine. I'm gonna go to the next guy and ask him to give me rides, or I'm gonna work so hard and prove
He's
myself.
forced to give me a ride.
Hard work is it goes beyond riding the horse or being at the gym. It's also networking. You know what I mean? It's also meditating and putting your mind
Yes.
the frame that you want it to. That's also hard work. It's also sort of even praying. You know, getting your spirit in the right way. Watching YouTube videos, watching
Yeah.
podcasts about you know things that
Nice.
motivate you. That stuff there for me puts me when I feel like, you know what, I need to be working harder. I go like months without listening to music or watching movies. I don't even watch movies in the moment anyway. But like my form of entertainment right now is music. While I'm working, I'm listening to like a track.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, I listen to a podcast with like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk or Richard Branson. That stuff puts me in another
Definitely.
zone. You know what I mean?
And it's all about mindsets. You're 100% right. If
Yeah.
we get our mind where we need our mind to be, that will resonate in our physical output of work, in whatever form of work that we try to attain.
You know Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Listen to Conor McGregor. Read, you must literally go and search him on YouTube and watch his videos of just him talking about visualization and motivation and
Yeah.
what motivates him and what makes him such a good athlete. That stuff is really, really, it helps. It helps.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an athlete. I would say you guys need to be doing a lot more of that. You know, reading those books by Mike Tyson. That was really motivating as well. You know, reading, consume content. You know, even social media is bad. You know, don't be spending time on social media watching nonsense. You know,
Are you a big social media
No,
person?
I'm not that active in social media.
Oh, okay.
No.
No Facebook.
I do have Facebook, but I do like I have Instagram, but I'm not that like big on posting and stuff.
Do you find yourself having time in your hands that you're doing nothing?
There's no time for doing nothing when you're at the academy.
Yeah.
So we actually go in the morning to work, come back from work. You have to phone for rides if you have phone for rides. We go to gym. Later on, you have to go to stables.
Yes.
And then when you go to stables, we exercise. We
Yeah.
do practice.
Yeah.
And then later on, you have your supper. And then if you have time, and then the guys that are in school go to school and have spare time, you go to the gym.
Yeah.
So there's actually, I wouldn't say free time.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
that, like as I said earlier on, like at the academy, everyone goes to gym.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of like
Everyone's hungry and thirsty there for success.
yeah, everyone is. Like as I said, everyone wakes up in the morning. They want to put their name out there.
Yeah.
You know, they want that chance, but with not giving a chance, you can't prove yourself.
Do you think
Exactly.
do you think you can do better than you're doing now?
I can do better. I can do a lot better.
Exactly.
You know what motivates me a lot is like my favorite jock is Karis Teaton. You know his story. He came to the academy with only $50 from Mauritius.
From Mauritius.
He came from Mauritius with only $50. He couldn't speak English.
And now he's in Hong Kong
He's
making
in Hong
millions.
Kong. They finished third in the season last season.
Sure.
He's still third this season also. He's the international champion, international cup champion job. You know. So it's those things, you know. Those are the kind of things you look at.
Do they tell you those type of stories there in the academy?
Yeah, we get those kind of stories. You get like, okay, you see this person did this, and
Okay,
you know,
good.
you have someone to pick up to. You know,
Yeah.
you look like, yeah, I like that guy. I like his riding style. That's where you build your character and form.
You never know, in a few years we'll be hearing the story about Wise, the boy
Yes.
from Howick,
Yeah,
working
you
in
know.
Geovision, helping out with those batteries from there
Yeah,
to
you know.
riding, riding in
is
the Royal
hungry.
Ascot.
Yeah. That's why I wanna get back to Tawanda's point.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone is hungry.
Yeah.
Nobody wakes up in the morning and be like, I wanna go and stand in a rail. And be like, that guy doesn't give me a ride. Why should I go to him?
Yeah.
We go there regardless, hoping for a chance.
And the chance is all you need.
Everyone needs a chance. Curry's got a chance.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about horses. like your Douglas White's the biggest trainer in Hong Kong. He got his chance.
I started my career watching Dougie White ride.
Yeah.
It's a good rider, Dougie White.
Yeah, and I met his sister in Howick, and they're closer to the Carla family. And I had a conversation with his sister up in the Midlands. He told me the story about Douglas. You know.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr. White to me. It's not Douglas.
yeah.
Mr. White. Sorry.
Right.
To me, it's Dougie. Yeah, he made me money
to
racing,
you.
so of course it's Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's those kind of things, you know, when a person just comes and say that person works harder than this one, that's not true.
What I think that'll take you very far in this game and having this conversation with you, and what I picked up a lot is his respect.
Yes.
You have a lot of respect as
You
well.
have a lot of
especially-
respect, and you speak very well, and that's a plus, I think.
Yeah.
In we were speaking about this earlier. Before
Yeah.
we spoke about you like
In
crazy.
length.
Yeah.
We were tuning. This was a bado. This
We heard.
does that.
We searched you on social media. You said we saw your videos, we saw your TikToks.
your
Why?
TikToks.
I don't even have TikTok.
Anyway, so we're speaking about how much of a well-spoken person you are, and you know, in this world, let alone this industry, having a good command of English is a plus. The world
Yeah.
is in English, bro.
Yeah.
The
Whether
world
we-
operates in English.
English or Mandarin, the Chinese language is taking over like you can never believe. So if you can say ni hao, I think you got a big chance
can.
there in Shanghai.
You're gonna be in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
right? With Luke and the. But you've got that in your arsenal. You know what I mean? You speak very, very well, and you present yourself very well, so you can communicate with the trainers and the owners, and it makes you network much better, because a big part of being a jockey is being able to network, make those calls, and being able to sell. You know, there's a DJ Spoo says that if you in fact, even any businessman that you can ask, what's the most important thing when you're running a business in the beginning is selling. If you don't know how to sell,
Yeah,
whether
there's
you're
no
selling,
point.
whether you're doing internet, websites, whether you're doing videos, whether you're a
Yeah,
photographer,
I
You're
learned
selling
it.
ice creams on the street.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I learned
Whether
a
you-
lot of that
wh-
when I was in Geo Vision with selling. and stuff.
selling, right?
Yeah, no, you sell the product even before the man comes and see the product.
Right?
You can sell your product over the phone. You know, that's I picked up to that a lot.
So look
down
at that.
there.
You've got that, and you're a good salesman. So you can literally be such a good rider, bro. I don't want to lie to you. I actually, the first time I met you, I thought to myself, this guy is going to be the head boy of the academy.
He told me
I
you remind
still
him of
have a
Anthony.
chance.
Dalpesh.
I still have a chance. I'm still in my third year.
Right?
Yeah.
You still do have a chance. I just want to see you do good, brother. I just want to see you do good. And yeah, like I'm saying all of these things because, like I said, I like you and I think you got so much potential, and I want to see you riding at the top of your game. And for me, I think, and I don't want to hear you complain. You know what I mean, about anything, about not getting the rides. Whenever I speak with you, I don't want to hear you telling me nonsense about complaining. Complaining is not an option. If you've picked your hand up to be a jockey, you can't complain about anything. It's your fault that you're not getting the opportunities. You see what I'm saying? It's your
100%,
fault. You can do
definitely.
so much better. That's why I was asking you. Do you think you can do so much better? I know the Appies have time. I know he's saying there's no time. We doing this, we're doing that. I've been there and I've met the guys. They're chilling, playing soccer. You do need
Yeah,
that.
but
you do need that. Listen, don't get me wrong.
No,
You
no.
do-
Cat's out of the bag. The
you
cat's
do-
out of the bag.
I really want to correct him with the soccer part. You know, there is like a time in the afternoons where we have to play. Like Mr. Paul come and play. Mr. Paul come brings his son. Mr. Robak is like our goalie. We play soccer. You know, it's a part of our exercise that we do.
Yeah, no, you have to call a
Exactly,
spade a
boy.
spade.
And I for him to say we do have time, he's find us chilling.
Yeah.
I want to correct that, my guy.
Yeah,
You know,
dog.
that-
But I see.
Yeah.
But you can use that time and say, I'm not playing. I'm gonna go and work. I'm gonna go ride the Equicizer. I'm gonna go and read the race card. I'm gonna go and watch Hong Kong racing. You know what I mean? And spending all of that time doing more work than you can. If you find yourself that you've got time in your hands, like again, I'm gonna be selfish and talk about myself. Bro, I work 16 hours every day. I get to the office at 8 and I leave at 10 in the evening.
we wake up at 4.
I know, I know, right? I know. Listen, I know. And
I'm just
not shooting shots.
I'm just pushing your
But-
buttons. I'm just pulling your leg. Don't worry.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just working extra. You know, I think if you just work hard, bro.
No, you have the makings of greatness.
Yeah.
Wise.
You
It's been stamped by Tawanda and Thuvan.
know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, I don't
So
want.
yeah, bro. Anyway, back to nice having a quick conversation.
I don't want to cut you short. I need
But you have to go.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to go and change.
You have to go. So let's talk about writing a little bit before you go.
Yeah.
Can we have 15, 30 minutes extra?
I know that's so much.
How much? 5, 10?
5 times.
5, 10.
Yeah.
So today, you writing today?
Yes.
Give us
No, Tawanda, I'll be dead honest with you. You know I'm from chat, so you know I'm a punch. I already asked this conversation. I already asked this question. Immediately when I
No,
saw
but
Wise,
we write
he got a
every-
chance. He got a chance. He's claiming 53 with his phone in back 49. Shitting for the boys.
No, we ride everyone. We ride the horse to give it every chance. You know, that's the
That
whole
takes
thing.
away all my confidence you told me about. You just told me now this horse got a chance. Now you
Yeah,
tell
we,
me.
we ride
Yeah.
every horse. You just,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like with your best ability. You know, at the end of the day, if the horse can't do it, the horse can't do it.
Do you sometimes feel sorry, man? A quick one is, if a horse may be good enough, but on that day the horse gets up in the morning and you can feel the horse not performing to the horse's potential. Does the horse always just
Yeah, well, it's,
perform to an average?
a horse is like more of a human. You know, you get sick. You get your days where you're not feeling well and stuff like that. So you can't always push a horse to over the limit. You know?
Okay.
You know, it goes that way too. That's why you get like your trainers and the grooms. You get people that are riding the horses that need to look after the horse. You know, but the horse is our bread and butter. So if you're riding a horse and you see someone not riding it like well, you have the right to go to them and tune them like you're not doing it right. You know, you have like every right to go and tell the trainer that this person did this and to the horse, because at the end of the day, that's our bread and butter.
Now, Wise, before we wrap up, how's it going? How's the riding? How's your mindset? How are you like right now?
No, I'm in a good space at the moment. I just had my second winner for Mr. Riverland.
Yes.
He gave me a chance, and it's actually picking up. I'm getting more rides with chance.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
It's in February.
February. What star sign are you? Are you Aquarius?
No, Pisces.
Pisces.
Yes.
Do you believe in star signs? And
Not really. I believe in myself.
oh, dude, what sign are you, Tawanda?
That's dope. I'm a Gemini.
Nah, it's
14th June.
No. The 23 May.
Nah.
What about you?
The
I'm a
stars.
Virgo.
You're a Virgo.
September 15th. Yeah.
Nah, I think star signs get people's mentality mixed up a lot.
Yeah, no, you know why I don't like star signs? We just coming away because star
Okay, carry on.
signs.
I want to say something after.
I know that's cool. Star signs just tell you what you want to hear in order. Like I talked to a few females, right, and they
it
love-
changes every year.
Yeah. And they love star signs. But I swear to you, this star sign that I'm gonna be in my most amazing person today, I know I'm gonna be. No, you are not. You're gonna be the most
if you don't
amazing
have it,
person.
you don't have it.
But,
you know.
but you know what they do, right? I don't. For me, I don't like go in the morning and read what's gonna happen in the day
Your
or the
horoscopes
year.
and shit
But
stuff.
it tells you a lot about the person's character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It tells you a lot about, because even with you, my brothers are Pisces, and Pisces are sort of misunderstood. I'll tell you that. My brother is very misunderstood.
I feel I'm misunderstood.
Okay, go on, explain.
Pisces are very, and he's like you. He's reserved. He's not like me and Thuvan. We
Okay,
just
yeah.
rattle and go on, want to
Yeah.
eat up the microphones when they front in front of
Yeah.
us. But like they're very misunderstood, very reserved,
Yeah.
and that's why I was asking you, because I'm seeing your demeanor and your character,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering what
The sign I am.
what sign do you?
Yeah.
It tells you a lot about a person's character. Yeah.
Yeah, but we get like one thing it was Mr. Carlisle told me. He said, "You are who you are with the people you know, because of the people you know." So sometimes it's the people that will build your character, the one that you know.
Yeah.
You know, I
So-
just heard that and I'm taken aback by that line so much, because in not only with horse racing, that line could you say that line again, please, Wise?
You are who you are because of the people you know.
And that's so true. Like, you know, when I look at, I'm drifting completely away here, right? And when I look at friends, especially where I'm from, and a lot of people have chosen the wrong path
Yeah.
of life. And like when I was speaking to a few friends and whatnot of mine, and I was telling them, I said, it's because we are good as individuals, but once you group us together,
Yeah.
it becomes really bad. So people
Yeah.
must take this time, focus on yourself as opposed to worrying about everyone else, being with the wrong crowd, because even if you're not that person, you're going to be enveloped in it, whether you like it or not. And hearing that saying after me having a conversation just a few days ago really makes sense. So yeah, well done, Mr. Kala.
Wise man, it's been amazing, brother.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully
Thanks
we're
for
gonna have
having
you. I
me.
want to have
Thank
you.
you.
I think we should have him again. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you so
I really
much for
think we
this
should have you
opportunity,
again.
Wise.
Yes.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about, because it's good talking to you.
No, definitely, yeah. It was a good eye opener as well. Like, you taught me a lot as well about the academy and how the goings are and how it is, especially with the mental game and whatnot. Like, I was very oblivious to that and what effect it can have. And yeah, thanks for that, Wise, and the insight on.
Yes, guys, drop a comment down below and tell us what you think about hard work. What do you think? Do you think that hard work matters and that some jockeys don't get opportunities because they don't work as hard? You know what I mean? And that the jockeys that get the best rides are the ones that are hard working. Let's talk about hard work.
Also, star signs. Let's talk about star signs as well. Hey, Thuvan.
Running after rain.